Hey, welcome to the Razzle Dazzle Show, a podcast where we talk about our favorite video games and all things pop culture with an emphasis on our favorites. We're your hosts Jared, Mauro, and Chaz.
Yo.
Hi.
And we are entering Delta, episode number 40. If you're just joining us, the Delta series is a series of episodes where we gather around every month and just talk about what we've been up to the last month, catching up with each other, catching up about pop culture, and catching up with you guys at home. So, if you like this episode, please let us know what you think of this episode somewhere on the internet. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Razzle Dazzle Show, on TikTok at Razzle_Dazzle_Show, and on X, formerly known as Twitter at Raz_Daz_pod. And with all that being said, it's Razzle Dazzle time!
Ooh, I'm feeling patriotic. Razzle Dazzle patriotic, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw, so much so that I felt a little jealous this week because I found a car that had a sticker in the back. Man, you can't see, but it says Razzle Dazzle Barbershop. And yeah, I saw it and I was kind of, I squinted my eyes and I'm driving and I pulled in behind and I gave Mar my phone and I said, take a picture, take a couple of pictures of that. I need to make sure you get the license plate in there. I want to have a few words.
There's a boutique in Cape Coral, not too far away from me, that's called the Razzle Dazzle Boutique. Yeah.
So it's gearing up. It's gearing up. There's gonna be a big fight at the end of this year. But I'm not too worried about that. Well,
maybe one day we'll have our own business cards.
We might have we might have to make amends with one of the Razzle Dazzles, get them on our side so that we can take them the rest out, and then towards the
partnership.
End, yeah, exactly.
How have you guys been? What have we been up to?
Mauro, you can go first.
Okay. I thought Chaz was going to start with his. No, let me not take the thunder from him. He can announce that himself. Me? No. I've been pretty good this month. I've kind of not been resting, which sounds bad, but it's a good thing. I've been very busy. I've been very busy this month, which is a good thing. And I just came off of a 12-hour shift yesterday that didn't really feel like a 12-hour shift. You ever been tired from doing nothing?
Yes.
Absolutely. Like, that's the worst type of tired. Like, I don't mind working all day. I used to work at a nursery watering plants in the Miami heat, because there was no roof. It was an outdoor grow. Coincidentally, that's why it got shut down by the FDA, but we'll talk about that one later. That was not as bad as a 12-hour shift sitting in front of a computer with nothing going on. I was able to kind of sort of watch Dune, but because I have HBO on my TV and I don't have the app installed and I didn't feel like installing the app and then like putting the passwords and doing whatever, I just pirated it. I went to a site and I pirated it, and it's okay for two things. One, because I'm a pirate. You. And two, because I'm already, it's HBO is already being paid for, right? Not by me, by a friend of mine, but it's still being paid for. So
you're just doxing yourself, man. If HBO is listening, they'll be like, "Oh, so he's not paying. He doesn't live in the same household."
It's Max. They don't know that we don't live in the same household. First of all,
that's fair. That's fair.
They do not know that. He has.
Let's not say any more about that.
In the couch multiple times. That is, anyways. So I had to stop because I was watching it, but because of these fucking pirate websites, every 5 seconds it's a pop-up of some lady and her just everything out there all over it's all the time.
She's like less than 1 mile away from you. She's looking to talk to you specifically.
To me, they are all within like a 5-mile radius from me. And it's
Miami.
I kind of don't want that while I have other coworkers walking around behind me looking at my phone and my screen. So I had to shut that off. I had to switch tabs real quick because one of the PTs was coming by, and it just so happened to be on this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tab that I had open because I wanted to look something up. And he walks past, I switch, and he goes, "Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. lore. Oh, you're a little behind, bro." And then he just keeps going. I've never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I don't know.
It's okay for the first few seasons.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that Marvel kind of like forgot about it after like Civil War or around that time.
Yeah.
They try to bring it back and tie it into Endgame because they mentioned Thanos and all that stuff, but like
they mentioned him in passing. This guy who destroyed half of the known universe.
Or it was during Infinity War, excuse me, like, oh, Thanos is coming.
Oh, Thanos is coming. Did it end before or after Endgame?
Winter is coming type of thing.
Winter is coming. Winter is here.
I have no idea. I'm behind.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't really care anymore.
I feel like that's one of those shows that you kind of had to watch as it was coming out to be hyped for the movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It just sucks because like I remember the commercials of like the first season where they like tease us and like they mention the Avengers by like almost their names, you know, like, oh, we got this God of Thunder and then like cut to like Mjolnir being swung or like thrown through the air. We never see Thor. We never see any of the Avengers. The only person we actually see, which is cool, is Nick Fury like early on, but that's it, you know, like it's just because like it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, we're gonna expect some S.H.I.E.L.D. and Avengers team up. No,
they couldn't.
It's just a catalyst of introducing the Inhumans to the MCU. That's it.
I thought that was pretty cool. I like the Inhumans.
It is cool.
I like the Inhumans in the comics. I don't know anything about them in the MCU though. I heard there was a show that didn't do so good. Rip like a solid 23% of the MCU. That being said, Chaz mentioned something. He said winter is coming. You know,
all right, there's a season 3 of the thing. No,
season 2 of House of the Dragon.
Don't even get me started on that show. I'm hurt.
What do you mean you're hurt? What are you talking about? The season hasn't even come out yet.
No, it's not. Okay, I didn't finish the first season for reasons. Okay, there's some things I can't get past in life, right? So like, Go ahead.
Before Chaz continues, this is being filmed this is being recorded the day that the first episode of season 2 comes out on Max for House of the Dragons. So just have that in context so that for whatever it is that Chaz says next, he'll completely be annihilated when the season comes out. Please continue, Chaz.
Okay. To make it feel better, I also started House of Dragons when it came out because originally, as we know, House of Dragons and Game of Thrones, like same universe world thingy, right? Just different timelines. I tried watching.
Is it a prequel?
Time periods, yeah.
I tried watching Game of Thrones, right? First episode, I don't know why. It was just weird because I was watching it with my mother and there was just sex everywhere. They were throwing kids out of windows. I was whoring my sister out to the whole village to get what I want. I was like, all right, I feel too uncomfortable to continue this now.
So the incest twins pushing the boy out the window didn't do it for you, huh?
No. I did see like clips. Also, you see clips on social media. One of my favorite clips I got to see the first episode was the brother who's trying to sell his sister to like the whole tribe and everything wanted a crown, so she gave him a golden crown, and that's how she killed him. I think that was absolutely amazing scene. But I wanted to watch House of Dragons because dragons are my favorite mythical creature. I was like, yeah, I'm down to do this. I want to watch 6 seasons to get to a fucking dragon in Game of Thrones. and it was like,
CGI is expensive, Chaz.
There's like, you don't need to see Game of Thrones to watch House of Dragons. And I was like, absolutely. Here we go. Started the show. I was like, ooh, there's some tea. There's some stuff going on. What is this relationship between the uncle and the niece? I don't accept this. They got past it when they went through the whorehouse. They didn't do anything. I was like, all right, I can live. I'll see my first dragon, which is not a dragon, it's a goddamn wyvern. But we're going to talk about that another day because they just specified 2 different creatures. Okay. And I was like, maybe they got dragons, but just like, you know, if you're not like, you know, absolute head of the household or some shit, you don't get an actual dragon. But time goes on. No dragon shows up. I'm offended. I continue to show because the plot is still good. Then there's like a funeral for the pregnant woman who died, the uncle's wife and everything. And the niece and the uncle in the woods. And I was like, yep, off.
Hold on. Do they in the woods? I know I'm being nitpicky. I know I'm being nitpicky. I don't remember them ever.
I don't care. They fucked. That's all I care. My bad language.
I believe they do. I don't believe they do. However, I remember the brothel scene. That was, and I could be wrong. I don't remember Matt Damon. Was it? No, it's not Matt Damon. Who played that guy? The uncle. Oh, we have Google here, man.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. That's.
Let me stop. I'm already mad at Uncle enough.
He's a good look. He's a good-looking dude, and he definitely like the Targaryens have this whole like weird incest thing going on. Yeah. So that's just part of
the
it.
Bloodline pure.
Yeah. Although even then, it's usually just like brother sister in order to keep the bloodline pure. I think what he was doing, fucking around with his niece, even in the show itself, like the characters were like, nah, you shouldn't be doing that. Like the king was like, why are you taking my daughter to a brothel? Like, what's going on there? What are you doing? That's not nice. That's not what an uncle should do.
They finally committed the coitus, and my wife was watching all this with me, and I looked over at my wife, and she's like, I'm in agreement. That's all she said to me. She knew what I wanted to do, and we just didn't continue the show since then. Because it was just consistently like they would see each other and you would see the tension, which they are actors. That's the tension they needed to create it for the scene to like now feel the way it did. They did their job as actors. Yay them.
We have people crushing heads and swords being swung and people being bisected and there's a little bit of incest. No, that's too much for me. I'm done. One
of the things I did like is like she was forced to marry some dude from the other house. This is like a year ago, so you gotta forgive me on not remembering these people's names. But it was the husband that was gay.
Yeah. She married. It was like a house thing, right? She had to marry the heir of the other house, but he was gay and she knew it. But that's fine because she was like having sex with somebody else. And the husband was like, that works for me because I can have sex with my boyfriend. And we can just pretend that your kids are my kids.
Yeah, it was her knight, not her knight, but her guard, her, whatever you want to call that dude.
Yeah.
The one that's the main one to protect her. She was smashing him. And then this husband of hers, who's black or dreads, was somehow having sex with a blonde with blue eyes, was giving birth to kids. My bad. White hair and blue eyes was giving hair to blonde kids with green eyes, and it was just like nothing from the father screwed up, like flew over. 4 kids, and they're all like her royal guard, like
they all look exactly like the dude, nothing like the husband. Hey, but you know what? Who's gonna say anything? Are you gonna walk up to the king and accuse his daughter of being unfaithful?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
That's how you lose your head.
No. He's losing his head. Did you not see what's behind the mask that man wore after?
Yeah. Oh, that was disgusting.
So they took that shit off. I almost threw up. I was like, put it back on.
Let's talk about literally anything else. Jared, what have you been up to this month?
The month started out pretty strong. Godzilla -1 is now on Netflix, and I've been waiting to watch this movie since it came out, and I watched it twice, and I thought it was a fascinating. So the first half of the month was just Godzilla stuff, right? I binged all of the current MonsterVerse Godzilla stuff that's on streaming. It's crazy to me seeing the 2 different characterizations of Godzilla. Like here in -1, this is what Godzilla was originally meant to be, like a freaking menace to society. You know, he is there to just kill everyone, destroy everything. Just because. And then seeing the MonsterVerse Godzilla being this, protector of Earth and whatever, and like being an actual character and then just a force of nature it's just interesting seeing those things back to back. And I have no idea where I am and like who do I prefer, or like what kind of Godzilla I prefer, because I like both. And this is coming from someone who's like watched a lot of the original Godzilla movies, including the original one, and it's just nice seeing a return to form for that. So yeah, a lot of kaiju stuff starting off the month, and after that I've been watching The Batman show, not the movie, that came out in 07, 08 or something like that, because I've always liked how this Batman looks. I like the sleekness and all that stuff. A lot of the villains' designs are very hit or miss, like I like Joker, but it's like weird. So I'm currently watching that.
Joker with the long hair and the dreads, or
and it's not the Joker, it's Joker.
It's Joker, okay.
And it's not Batman, it's the Batman. And I like that. I like that play on on the thes. But yeah, and I love Mr. Freeze. He's probably like my favorite Batman villain, and they just do him dirty in this show. He's just like not the Freeze. He's not my Freeze. He's not the Freeze that everybody knows and loves and feels bad for. He's just like a common thief that got into an accident.
Oh, that's
now he's just like, I'm gonna make everything he's very similar to Arnold's Mr. Freeze, but instead of the whole Nora wife stuff. But other than that, I've actually had time to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth again after like a few weeks of not playing. And I'm now in my favorite area of the game, Cosmo Canyon, and I am absolutely loving it. I was actually playing it this morning before I got here, and I'm having a great time with it, and I'm so excited to like just continue on. And another big thing is Sly Cooper, the first Sly Cooper game, and the Thievius Raccoonus, is now on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and It's fantastic. It's my favorite PlayStation mascot. It's my favorite PlayStation game series. We did an episode on it who knows how long ago, probably like a year ago or so, and I think this is a great step in trying to get Sly Cooper back into like the main media audience's eyes or whatever. You know, this is a great way forward for Sly Cooper. So like, I'm thinking that because of this first game being on PS5, it'll lead to, of course, the other games coming on, but maybe more Sly Cooper stuff. Maybe we'll actually get that movie that was planned but scrapped.
Man.
As soon as I saw it, I bought it and I was playing it. I was having fun, man. I was playing it yesterday morning, because it's a Saturday morning cartoon. Basically, but in a video game, and that's exactly how I spent my Saturday morning, and it was fantastic. I love this game, man, and I want more Sly Cooper stuff, and hopefully this is a good sign and indicator for that.
Is it a good port?
Yeah, I mean, does it
play well?
Of course it plays well. It's exactly how you would see it in the PS3 collector's edition thing with like the first 3 games. Maybe slightly a little bit better, but like I don't care about that type of stuff. There are save states now that they implemented.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's basically a virtual console version for Sly Cooper 1, but it's like the game, you know, and it plays great.
Oh, I'm glad. I heard 2 days from when we're recording this, actually, right now. I believe it's 2 days from now. All of the June 18th, all of the Jak and Daxter games are going to be available on the PS5.
Cool. Most of them are already
there's 4 of them out right now, part of the Jak and Daxter collection. 1, 2, 3, and the racing game.
X.
And X, but now they're bringing Daxter, the PSP one, as well as The Lost Frontier.
I know you're excited for Daxter.
I'm super excited for Daxter. I haven't played that game in a million years, and I am going to get the new Frontiers, The Last Frontier as well. Just to
might as well play it on like an actual system. Yes. You know.
But that kind of, it's looking good for PS2 era games right now.
Yes.
They're being like brought over, and just like you said, I don't know what this means for the future of Sly Cooper. I feel like if they could do it for the Jak and Daxter games, they could do it for the rest of the Sly games too.
100%. And I feel like that's where we're heading.
Most likely. I don't know how many of the Ratchet and Clank games are out on the PS5. I know it's definitely not all of them.
Definitely the latest 2. Rift Apart and the Ratchet and Clank.
I know they have
a few years ago.
Ratchet and Clank collection. But that's just what, like a couple of games?
Probably like the first 3, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah. So like going commando, Up Your Arsenal, Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, Crack of Time, All for One. These are not available on the PS4 or the PS5.
It's the 2 names. It's the 2 names.
I know.
Going commando, Quest for Booty.
Buddy.
Speaking of Ratchet and Clank, I want to talk about what's been going on this past month. We've had the voice of Clank as a guest on the show. That's how we started June, with David Cade. Now, of course, he's way more than just Clank. He's also the voice of Sesshomaru. He's Megatron. He is also Optimus Prime, and many, many more. And it's just so cool to have him on the show. It was great. And then the week after that, we had Matt Wood, developer and creator of Double Dagger Studio, Studios, and of course Little Kitty Big City, an amazing conversation about cats that entire time. And also last week we had Megan McDuffie on the show, and she is of course the composer for River City Girls, among so much other things. And already this month has been an amazing month for the guests and episodes we've had so far. Yeah, I just want to shout that out since we were on the subject of Ratchet and Clank. They were fantastic episodes, and I'm so happy that I got to talk with them.
It's been a good couple of months for guests, or rather it will be following the release schedule.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for PS2 era games. I feel like
me too.
I don't know how profitable, lucrative it is to make an entirely new game, because like the Ratchet and Clank one made sense because they released a movie along with that one, and a lot of the cutscenes in the 20 Rift Apart. Wait, no. Which one was it? No, Rift Apart is the newest one, right?
Yes, it's the newest one that launched. It's a launch title for the PS5.
Okay, the one that came.
It's just called Ratchet and Clank.
It's just called Ratchet and Clank. The one that came before that. Yes. Yeah. So that one, a lot of the cutscenes were from the movie.
It's a movie that's also a game that's also a movie.
Right.
You know,
like that one they played it safe with that one, and it did well. Yeah. So they were able to do Rift Apart. I
saw it on my birthday. I had a great time.
Dude, I wonder if they could do that for Sly Cooper as well. I wonder if they could do that for Ratchet. For Jack.
I want that so much. Like, I've already been hyped when they announced the release of the movie, they announced the movie that's happening back in 2015, 2016. I don't even remember at this point.
It was like 2015, something like that.
And it looked good, dude. The trailer that they gave us looked good. Everybody sounded great. Like, the music was phenomenal. Like, they captured the essence of Sly Cooper, and having it be scrapped, because I know Sly Cooper isn't one of the popular PlayStation mascots, because we have Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Ratchet and Clank. Those are the top 3 for PlayStation. But I guess Kratos, God of War now.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
PS2
the mascots.
PS2 era mascots, definitely the ones you mentioned. Easy. Like Spyro, easy. Ratchet, easy. And Clank. But Sly does hold a special place in a lot of fans' hearts. People would definitely show up to watch the Sly Cooper movie, and if they were to capitalize off of that with a game too, that could revitalize the franchise easy.
I have a question. What about Kingdom Hearts? Don't get me wrong. As we know, my gaming history is all types of up and out of order. But I could have sworn Kingdom Hearts was the main mascot for PlayStation 2.
No,
it is
not at all.
It's a big Square Enix property, but
yeah.
I mean, it's synonymous with Sony because it's Square Enix, but it's not the mascot. It's difficult to have that be the mascot because of all the Disney characters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I still kind of don't understand. I've played Kingdom Hearts, and I still don't understand why it has Disney characters in it. I get whenever I ask this question, people are like, oh, because you're going into different worlds and you're meeting different people. It's no, I get the premise. I understand the premise, but why are all of these different worlds that you're going into Disney?
Right.
It's fine.
No, but Kingdom Hearts isn't a mascot contender for it, but it is or has been a exclusive title for PlayStation for the longest time.
Yeah, I would say older mascots, definitely Spyro, Ratchet. Newer mascots, Kratos. What's his name? Nathan Drake.
Uncharted. Yeah, that's good.
Uncharted, easy. Uncharted was the game. The PS3 came out with Uncharted 3, PS4 Uncharted 4. That was the package. No, I don't think The Last of Us. I mean, it's a very big game, but I don't know if they market it as the mascot.
Marketing as the mascot, no, but it is synonymous with the PS4.
It's very it's a fucking Last of Us Season 2 coming out soon, by the way.
I did not. I did not.
You did not. Okay, well,
wow. You should.
Have either? I mean, Chaz, I know you've played the first one. Have you played the second one too?
No, I've not.
That was kind of quick. Do you?
No. No, I haven't.
Do you want to?
I do. Let me tell you how my PlayStation's sitting right here. Somebody staring at me, talking about why won't you play me? I'm just I want to play my Xbox and PC too, and look at them crying.
Listen, dude, I'm there. I'm right there with you. I keep getting random flashes of Red Dead 2, Skyrim, Jack 2, which I still haven't beat. I've had it for two Christmases now, and I still haven't beat. Haven't even touched Jack 3, and I just keep getting random flashes at work, and I want to play it, but I have no time. I'm playing SWTOR. I'm sorry. It's
Star Wars is still taking over.
It is, okay. I'm not a huge MMO player, and I like single player games, and SWTOR is technically it can be played solo. It's got class stories that you can just go through on your own, but the gameplay is still very MMO. So you have to spend a lot of fucking time going from place
grinding
1 to place 2, and there's a bunch of enemies in between, and it's just click.
I've been catching up on, or I am caught up with everything Star Wars at this moment. That's also something I did this month. It's, I finished Bad Batch. I'm caught up with The Acolyte. I finished Tales of the Empire.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Batch is phenomenal in its own right because, Dave Filoni, it's more Clone Wars, and it's an extension. That's why it's great.
Essentially.
Tales of the Empire, it was good. I didn't mind it. It was a good story, seeing more of Bear Zaffi, and I kind of like that. Acolyte, I'm indifferent. I don't hate it. A lot of people are hating it. I'm indifferent. I'm not gonna say anything because Mauro, I know you haven't watched it yet, but
hey, look, it's okay. Like I have this thing in my brain where I forget stuff, so don't worry about it. I'm good. You could spoil something right now, and then 4 months from now, when I get around to watching it, once it's all finished and everything, I'm just being realistic here. I'll probably not remember any of that. The only thing I know about the Acolyte is that one of the characters, there's this dude who said he kind of modeled himself after, or modeled his character after Qui-Gon. The way he acts, the way he talks. It's the
it's the
like the dude, the one guy in the
the master, right?
I think so. I don't know. It's
like the guy,
when you look at the
I forget his name.
The poster, it's like the girl in the purple in the middle. Then there's like a lady to her right, and then like a guy to her left. That guy. Yeah, he said he modeled himself after Qui-Gon, and that gives me hope.
I can kind of see that.
I don't know if I haven't seen the show, so I don't know in what aspect he was referring to. Maybe it's like the way he speaks or the way he acts, whatever. That, without having seen the show, only seeing discourse online, that gives me some type of hope, because I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be before the Jedi lost their way. It's like 100 years before. Maybe it was the beginning of how they lost their way. I don't know. I don't really like
it. It's 100 years before Episode 4.
Okay, so yeah, technically this is still, it's called the High Republic. This is supposed to be like when the Jedi are at their height. So I feel like they should all be like Qui-Gon. Boy Scout model Jedi Trooper over there. Yeah. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of, I'm trying to stay away from the online discourse, because whenever a Star Wars project drops, there's always going to be backlash. I remember like the Bad Batch is good. It is good. But
it's so good.
And Tales of the Jedi, I like Tales of the Jedi. And then Ahsoka came out, and then around that time I remember there was a lot of discourse from people being like, oh my god, Dave Filoni again, bro, trying to document every single aspect of Ahsoka's life, or Dave Filoni again with the this or with the that. And then the Acolyte comes out, and then people are like, oh my god, Ahsoka. These people don't know anything about. I love Ahsoka. Ahsoka is contender for first most favorite Star Wars character for me.
Well, I'm talking about the show.
Oh yeah, the show.
I like the show.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. I love it. And I'm going to, but I want to watch it in order. And
it's more of an extension of like Rebels.
Yeah, yeah. She's
picking up where Rebels left off.
That's good. And I'm glad that we're getting these shows, because like you see shows like Rebels come out, and then you start thinking like, okay, well, Rex was there, Ahsoka was there. Where the fuck were they during the original trilogy? And you could like, now with these shows coming out, you could always just be like, okay, they were somewhere in the background, right? Ahsoka was still looking for Ezra. She was working with the Rebels in between movies, that makes sense. There was a nice little retcon where Rex was in the battle of
Endor,
Endor, right? There's this show called The Forces of Destiny, which is kind of centered around like women of Star Wars. It's animated.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. And there was this cool little one where you see Hera Syndulla, and you see Hera with Leia and Han Solo and Chewie after the Battle of Endor, and they're convincing the Ewoks to not eat the stormtroopers.
Funny.
Yeah. So like I like all this extra shit that they're throwing around in the post-Empire timeline, I guess.
Yeah,
But-
there's a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of space between original trilogy and sequels. So like it makes sense.
That's right now. In the canon, that has to be my favorite time period, I guess. Like post OT, pre sequels, like way pre sequels. That being said, I even though I know that every Star Wars thing is going to have a lot of backlash, I'm especially afraid of like reading anything about the Acolyte before I watch it, because even though those things are gonna have backlash, like Ahsoka had backlash, the Bad Batch had backlash. There are like staunch Filoni supporters that are always gonna defend whatever he puts out, no matter what. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's fine, whatever. The Acolyte, it's got a lot of new people working on it. A lot of the people defending it too are new fans, and like older fans are just kind of like not gonna take them seriously because So it's I don't want to read something and then have that in my mind as I'm watching the show. I want to develop my own opinion.
As you should. Yeah. And I'm not defending the Acolyte either. Like I can see like some of the arguments, but like also the show isn't over as of this recording, so we'll just have to see. Like I understand some certain points, but also people are taking things out of proportions, but that's a future conversation.
It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars,
yeah.
Okay? People are always...
It's more Star Wars. We should be happy about that.
Of course.
Chaz, before we move on, did you get to say what you've been up to this month?
Tell us about you, though. Didn't something happen for you this month?
Yes, I got promoted, and in my job, they believe in promoting people, and they will pay you your promotion money 6 months later, but you will get that responsibility that you got promoted.
Huh? Wait. What? They promote you today and they pay you in December?
Basically.
Why?
So,
military.
No.
So I'm an E5 right now, right?
Okay.
If I mess up and get in trouble, I go down to E3.
So what is E5 in the Navy?
Petty Officer Second Class.
Petty Officer.
Were you E4 beforehand?
Yes.
So if you f*** up, they demote you 2 ranks?
Because technically, and somehow speaking, I am still a E4 until paid.
I see. Okay.
So what I call it is the probation period. Is like, yeah, you got promoted, but mess up if you want to. You could be seaman. You could be a seaman so quick.
That makes no fucking sense, brother. I'm not trying to. No, yeah, I am trying to. Okay. Government. No, sorry. Hold on. If you fuck up in your E5 duties, it makes no sense to bring you down to E3, because that doesn't mean that you're not suitable for your E4 duties. You were doing those so good that you got promoted. Where's the logic in being like, okay, we're looking at you as an E4 officer doing E5 things, and if you can't do E5 things, then we're just going to promote you below E4, which you were doing so good in that we promoted you. Huh?
It's because I'm not the paid E5 yet.
So they pay you. I pay taxes. That's my money they're paying you with. I want you paid now.
You are paying Chaz. We are paying Chaz.
We are all paying Chaz. I want you paid now. Who do I talk to about this?
Uncle Sam will not listen to anybody, let me tell you.
But when he starts getting paid this promotion money, then it's
I go down to E4 if I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't plan on getting in trouble.
Crazy.
I am not a delinquent.
I hope not. I hope not.
Like, I am a stubborn sailor. I will admit that sometimes I do make arguments I shouldn't be making. But, like, I don't go out of my way to be like, hey, I'm going to go crash my car into a government building when I'm not licensed and intoxicated. You get me?
What a shame.
I'm not a delinquent. So I shouldn't be getting in any trouble.
So,
but
okay, good. Stop. You shouldn't be getting
Leaving it there.
Period.
Leave it right there. Okay.
You remember how I told you guys about my motorcycle?
Yeah.
My insurance company called me yesterday and they said they waited long enough. It's time to get this claim finished. So now, if the bike is found, it's not mine.
Wait, what?
Wow.
That's the way it works.
Hold on. So I retract my claps.
Later, I just watch you reverse them too.
Wait, sorry. How long ago did it happen?
I say about 2-3 weeks ago.
It hasn't even been a month and they're already saying if we find the bike, it's not yours.
So the way it works is like you put in a claim saying your bike has been stolen. And you obviously don't want to spend your life paying for a vehicle you don't have anymore, right?
Oh.
And that's where the insurance will come in. So the insurance will pay whatever the bike is worth. Obviously, I have to take care of whatever else comes after that.
Right.
But since they'll be buying the bike,
it's not yours.
It
Gotcha.
won't be
I understand.
Okay, you know what? That one makes sense.
It doesn't deserve a clap.
Yeah, let's leave it on neutral. I would have handled it differently. If I was the insurance company, I would have just put a hold on your payments until the bike was found. You bring me the police report saying that the bike was found. We unfreeze your account. You start paying us again. Pero whatever.
But
not everybody can be smart like me.
It's not like I'm only paying the insurance company. I'm also paying Honda Financials. As much as insurance companies and like the leasing companies get along, they don't get along enough to be like, hey, this person lost a bike, don't charge him no more. That's not the way it works. Honda's still going to want their money.
They would get more money in the long run if they did put that hold until the bike was found, and then they continued having a source of income, paying them monthly for what, like a couple of weeks, maybe 2 months of not getting paid. Whatever. Bike thieves suck. I would never steal anything ever, despite the fact that earlier on I was talking about pirating, but it's not stealing. It's not stealing. It's called video sharing.
It is digital.
And I do not admit to doing it, by the way. Okay, I'm just saying. Everything I have said, like, did I forget to say in Minecraft afterwards? I was pirating Dune in Minecraft. And now, join our heroes, Pike, Urzak, and Beans, as they continue the Delta Quest. So, Jared, last episode, you were about to open a door.
Yep.
You try to pull, and the old man goes, it's a push door. You gotta push.
Okay. All right. So then I pushed the door open.
Push the door open, and at that moment, everybody hears a loud pop, and it's ringing in your ears. Chaz, Urzak, your armor starts kind of electrifying, sizzling, and
I'm Edward Twilight, got it.
And Bean, standing right next to you, spontaneously combusts, and he's in flames. He looks down on himself, and he goes, "Oh, I appear to be on fire." Huh. Goes down and starts rolling on the grass, and now all the grass is on fire as well. But he's fine. He's good. And the old man just goes, "Oh, gee, sorry, I forgot to tell you about that. There's a lot of kinetic energy on that door. Sometimes people explode. But you're fine though. You're fine now. You're good. You can just go in."
All right. So I'm gonna wait for Urzak and Beans to join me.
Yeah.
So I'm like at the doorway, holding it open for them, and I'm waiting.
All right. Well, Beans gets up. He's a little charred, a little like he's got soot on him, but he's good. He's fine. The grass is still on fire though. And he just walks right up, and as he passes by the old man looks at him and goes, "I sense a great evil in you." And Beans just looks at him with a deadpan expression and goes, "Well, that's not nice." And he walks up to Pike, and now they're just waiting on Urzak.
Urzak is currently just staring at the fire. Give Urzak a minute. He is
He's entranced.
Yeah.
From inside the door, the dungeon, you guys hear, "Can you guys close the door? There's a draft coming in."
At that point,
Urzak, come on, we gotta go.
I turn around. I want to call it a skip. I want to call it a happy chipper skip.
You're just skipping down the burning fields.
Yeah, sort of on my back. My arms are flinging back and forth. I am a dragonborn, so I don't know if you can see the smile on my face, but there is one there.
So this chainmail dragonborn warrior, towering husk of a man, is just skipping down the hills while they're on fire. Yeah. And the old man, as you pass by the old man, he kind of gives you the stink eye. He goes, but he doesn't know that it's you that killed him. For some reason, he thinks it was Beans. But you go on in. So
I don't want to go in yet.
You don't want to go in. Okay, so you stand there.
I notice his glare. Mid-skip, I notice his glare. And I decide to do a little ballerina spin, and my tail accidentally hits him.
Okay. Roll a... Damn, what would you even roll for this one?
I don't know. By the way, if you open up the app, you can see my rolls now, so I'm excited for that.
That's good. Let's do the following. You're going to roll me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There you go.
Nice.
I got it. Acrobatics check right there.
I see a 25.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yep, 25. You're good. So you flawlessly do a tiptoe on 1 foot spin a complete 360, and your tail just kind of just smacks the man's nose, and he goes, "What? Okay, that was very nice. What's wrong with you guys?"
And I proceed to skip my way to Pike.
As we're heading into the cave or the dungeon, I waved to the old man and said, "Thank you for nothing."
Close the door. I'm guarding my doors. You guys are jerks. Especially that one. And he points to Urzak. And then he just goes back to like standing there. He's grumbling. He opens up the other door with the old men, and he goes, "Do you guys see that? Do you believe these guys? I can't. What's wrong with them?" And then you just hear a bunch of like agreeing from inside the door. Yeah, of course, yeah. Can't believe they did that. But yeah, so do you guys go inside?
Yes.
Okay, finally. Jesus. Sorry. No, take your time, please. Take your time. It's okay.
Pike, then I would like to ask you on the way into the door, permission to fill them all when we come back out.
If we come back out, sure, man, knock yourself out.
Oh, yes. Free XP for no reason. Let's go.
So, you guys, all three of you walk in, and it's a dungeon. There's no other way to say it. It's a cave. It's dark. It's dingy. There are torches on the sides of the entrance, but only on the entrance, right? So they're like on the door, the wall that you guys just walked through, so got in, there are torches there. Everything else is just completely dark. But you can tell from the small light of this, and if the door is still open, the light that's coming in from the outside, it is a very tall structure. And there is a figure at the end of the cave, like a large figure. Does anybody want to roll me a perception? Thank you.
Of course, that's what I'm here for. I think the entire party will roll for perception, and if we all fail, we don't see, and then if one sees, it's up to them to tell the rest of the party.
Pretty much. That's how it works. So yeah, both of you roll, and then I'll have Beans roll as well.
How did I lose the app? I was just I
got 11.
Did you just see Beans roll? That was insane.
Yeah.
Bro got a nat.
You got a 21.
You got a nat 20 plus 1, 21. Urzak,
I got 11.
You got an 11. Urzak?
Why doesn't it say it here? Do I not have a perception? There it is. I'm just blind. I'm just blind. There it is.
You got and you got a 10. Okay. So neither Pike nor Urzak see the thing in front of them. Beans does, however, and he doesn't say anything. He's there. He sees that you guys are still walking, right? Did you guys walk? What did he do when you walked in? Did you stand right there in the entrance?
I'm
or are you making your way
in? Continuously kept walking because.
Okay, so you guys are walking towards, and Beans sees the thing. He looks at you guys, sees that you're still walking. He's like, "Oh, I guess we're walking." He sees it, and he assumes that you guys see it too. As you walk forward, it gets a little bit harder to miss. Now you guys all definitely see the dragon, and it is a dragon. However, you're now within range. So the dragon gets up and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" Or is that, what did you just roll?
I just want to make sure I had it on my list. It's a Dragon Slayer longsword. It's funny because I put this on my list before we started this podcast. So you gave me a dragon for my Dragon Slayer sword.
So
I appreciate you.
I'm in the middle of describing this, and out of nowhere, I just see a roll pop up on D&D Beyond. Dragon Slayer longsword, damage 13. First and foremost, you have to roll to hit.
That's the easy part. You know what I am, right?
All right. So you hit. You hit the dragon.
No. I just want to see if it works.
All right. So this is not like an actual roll.
No, it's not an actual roll.
All right. Announce if you're going to, so that we can go ahead. I'm going to allow No, actually, I'm not going to allow pre-rolls because then
everything has to be announced.
Right. So yeah, you announce it and then you roll. But that was. I mean, you would have hit him for 13 points of damage.
Sorry for the confusion.
That's fine. It's fine. So. The dragon is there. He goes, "I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not really feeling it today. I don't mean to shit on your birthday. It's really, I get it. Adventurers want to go in the cave and slay the dragon, but it's just my boss has been on my ass this whole week. I'm just really not feeling it. If you guys want some gold, you can go ahead. And then he just points to the like mountain of gold he has there. But you can see that this dragon feels. He seems like he's down. His tone, he's like defeated. He's a little depressed. He's just kind of not in like a good headspace. It seems.
I announce to the dragon, I am Pike, the elven rogue. Are you okay?
Oh, hey, Pike. I'm Urzak, the dragon.
Give me a second. I stood up for this one.
My name is Urzak Senior.
I'm Urzak Senior, the dragon. I've just I've been in this haunt for a little while. This used to be my cave, but a couple of 100 years ago or something, all of these dudes came up over there and they set up a village, and then some old man came by. It was some wizard came by and spawned like 100 old men and put them in the dungeon next to me, and then they put in some doors. I was really happy about the doors, but I mean, I can't, I have a quota to fill. I have to go out every week, kill some livestock, get some gold. It's I have to do it part of the dragon quota, But now these guys are out there. Every time I go out, they throw spears at me and they yell at me and they say some really hurtful things. And I don't know. It's just making life really difficult for me right now. I used to love fighting adventurers in caves and stuff, but now it's just kind of every 5 days, a new group of adventurers shows up, and it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of, it feels like I'm just going through the motions.
Hold on. You said your name is Urzak Senior? Pans and looks over to Urzak. Do you want to handle this one?
So I just want to understand this real quick, Mauro. I almost swung on my dad. Is what you're telling me?
I never said he's your dad. I never said that. His name is just Urzak Senior.
Senior.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, great. I will handle this, Pike. And I proceed to walk up to Urzak Senior and politely ask him, "Would you like for me to take you out of your misery?"
Dude!
He narrows his eyes at you and he goes like, yeah, okay, buddy. Listen. I'm not about this one blood thing, okay? I can see you're a dragonborn. That doesn't really make us family, brother, okay? You can't talk
Dude,
to me
tell
like
him your
that.
name!
My name is Urzak. Yeah, I don't really it's an uncommon dragon name, I don't know. My parents named me that.
Well, I think there's only enough room for one Urzak in this world.
I got like a cousin named Urzak too. I met some guy. I have a pen pal, messenger pigeon pen pal, over in Neverwinter. His name is Urzak too, but it's spelled without the H. It's just a colloquial thing. Don't worry about it. Wait, why are you so hyperfixed on my name?
Because that is my name.
Oh, tight.
Not tight. Not tight at all.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, but you don't really own names, okay? You think you're the first? He points at Pike and he goes, "You think you're the first Pike that's walked up in here trying to kill me? Come on, guys."
Oh, that's fair. Urzak, I think we should, leave him alone.
Question. I have a question, Pike. Do you know what type of dragon Urzak is over there?
No, a big one.
A big one. Do you think he might be an ancient dragon?
How am I supposed to know, man?
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you guys talking. I could just tell you, I'm a green dragon. He points. He like extends his hands to you, and his scales are like a nice pearlescent green, emerald actually, and they shine. They shine a little bit in the small sliver of light that the torches? At the back of the cave are going. And he goes, "Listen, I know where you guys are here. Okay, it's the villagers. I'm not gonna leave. This is my home. However, I am willing to stop flying over their town and eating their livestock if you guys do something for me. If you guys help me out with something, okay?
Okay.
I feel like we could come to an understanding here. I mean, if you want to duke it out, fight, whatever, it's fine. I don't care anymore, but I have something that you guys could do."
And what's that?
So, did you meet the old men outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are fucking annoying, dude. Every single night, they have this like giant chanting session, and they're always talking about, I don't know, rags or something, and they're so obsessed with their doors, and there's like 100 of them, and they never shut up. If you guys do me a favor, and I know that this might sound a little evil, but I'm a fucking dragon, okay? You know, you guys do me a favor and just clear that whole room out for me. I can use that room to harvest. I could bring a couple of sheep, a couple of pigs. They stay in there. I have unlimited meat source, right? I don't have to bother the villagers anymore.
But you're a dragon. Why can't you just like pop your head over and just fireball them?
So here's the thing.
Like, as a dragonborn, he's a green dragon. He does not use fire.
Listen, I could definitely kill them all, right? I think about it every single night. He looks at Chaz for the little correction though, and you know he goes like this, like he's like
respect.
He bumps his fist to his chest, and he's just like, you're good. You know about the culture. I'm glad. But he points up, and there's like a little hatch up there that he can fly through. He goes, I usually fly out through there because I'm too big for the door. But they don't have a hatch like that in their in the other place. So I can't go through the door. I can't make my way inside of it. I can't really do anything about it. And they only come out like one at a time. So I have like stomped on 2 or 3 of them, but there's just like a never-ending supply of those guys in there.
But if you can't access their room, how are you supposed to utilize their room for your own livestock?
Well, I'm gonna hire a couple of
Gotcha.
masons. They're gonna like. I want this cave to have an open air feel. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna take down this wall, but like they won't do it if it's inhabited. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I understood. Okay. And what do we get in return?
You get to tell the villagers that the dragon isn't going to be bothering them anymore, assuming that that's why you're here.
Yes. But what about that gold behind you?
He turns to the gold. He turns to you. He goes, I mean,
I'm not asking for all of it, dude.
Look, listen, I was going to give you some of the gold anyways, but now it looks like you need incentive. So now I'm not going to give you the gold until you do it.
That's fine.
All
Yeah.
right, there you go.
As long as there's something also in it for us. Because the villagers also, there's like a guy who runs a tavern that also offered us like 150 gold to kill you. But like,
bro, that dude is a scammer.
I know.
Man, he told me you come by once a week. We'll have a nice juicy pig for you once a week. That's all. And I go, okay. I slide over there. 2 weeks. I gave him 2 weeks the first time. They start pelting me with arrows and
Are you kidding me?
No, I am not, dude. And then he starts sending adventurers over to me to kill me. I can't believe this guy. He's such a scammer. Don't believe him. Look, I'll give you the gold.
He is such a sleaze, dude.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The worst of the worst. And I'm a dragon.
You know what? We'll do you one better. As a bonus, I'll kill that guy personally.
Oh man, listen. You don't have to do that. I mean, it would be nice. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to do that.
I know.
But
I know.
If you want to do that for me, listen. You
seem cool.
You got my services whenever you need it.
You seem cool. We're cool. I want to be cool. Let's be cool.
All right, let's be cool.
This is cool.
That's good.
All right.
If adventurers and dragons just had a dialogue every now and again, so much could be solved. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Okay, so Urzak, we were already talking about this. Let's go back there and wail on these motherfuckers.
1 second. I would like to ask this dragon another question.
Sure, man.
Urzak Senior, you said you have a quota to meet. Who do you report to?
So I'm this is a little embarrassing. I'm actually part of a cabal of evil dragons. And he brings up his claws and like does a like little quotation, air quotes, right? A cabal of evil dragons. I've been in it since college. It's just it's more of like a meeting group right now. But do you guys know what an HOA is? It's kind of like an HOA. We protect each other. Right? Whenever a dragon has some issues, we can just call each other up and they come running. However, we have to keep the property value down in the areas in which we inhabit caves. So every week we have to have a certain amount of kills, a certain amount of chaos, so to speak. But I mean, they don't really come by. They just have to see me coming in and out of my cave every now and again and bringing animals back. They don't know where I get them from. It's just that every time I come out of my cave, these guys are throwing spears at me and shit, and then I have to defend myself. And the other day I broke some kid's leg, and I feel really bad about it, honestly. But hey, listen, you guys do me this favor, clear out those old men, and and you'll be doing me a hell of a favor, and we could just this whole situation is all good.
No problem. I'm cool with that.
I'm down. I'm down to leave now.
Let's turn around and go back.
And on my way out the door, I would like to just mumble something in Draconic, but nobody understands but the dragon.
All right. So what do you say? Do you want to like type it in? Or
I will text you directly.
Text me. Okay. Yeah. DM me what you say as you guys are walking out. And Beans, this entire time, Beans has just been there staring at the dragon. He hasn't really said anything, but he gives the dragon like a look, and the dragon kind of narrows his eyes, and he goes, "Ooh, I don't like that one. I don't like him." And then you guys walk out. As you're walking out though, you open the door, and Chaz mumbles something in Draconic, and the dragon goes, "Ooh, we'll talk about that one later." I don't think you're ready for that, but maybe later on in the campaign. I mean, in life. So you guys walk out, and the old man is still there, and he looks at you, and he goes like, "Fucking hell, you guys are still alive, Jesus." Okay, I mean, there you go. That's it. You can leave. You went inside the cave. Whatever.
Urzak, smash.
What is that? Is that like a drink or 12 to hit? You hit. For how much damage? I have a character sheet for this guy, and so you might be able to kill. Oh no, you definitely get him in one hit. You get him in one hit. You get him in one hit. The +6 alone, it's over. It's over. It doesn't matter. You could have rolled a 1. You would have got it.
Wait, as a Dragonborn fighter, as a fighter class in total, I get an extra attack turn.
I mean, you can go ahead, but just let me explain what happens on the first hit. So
okay.
How do you want to do this? How do you slash him?
This time I used a Vorpal sword, a Vorpal longsword.
Okay.
Yep, I only have those 2 longswords, Dragon Slayer and Vorpal, just so you're tracking. I only slay dragons with obviously the Dragon Slayer longsword.
That makes sense.
For the Vorpal longsword, I just swung it. I didn't even use the ability for it. I just swung it.
So you just swung it, up, down, left, right?
Split him in half, right down the middle.
Split him in half, right down the fucking middle. As he's speaking, he goes like, "What is that? Is that like a drink or something?" He gets bisected, and he just falls back, both. And then the door opens again, and another old man comes out, and he goes, all right, hold on. One of us, it's okay, it's fine, whatever, it's an accident, it happens all the time. But 2 of them, I'm feeling like this is on purpose. And let me just, before I say this, okay, these are very easy to kill. They only have 5 hit points, which is why your longsword immediately gets them down. But there are a lot of them. So out of game, I would suggest coming up with a plan instead of just walking in there and killing them all. However, I will not stop you if you decide to just walk in there and start slashing and smacking.
I wasn't thinking we were going to walk in at all. I mean, like, if they're going to come out every time one of them dies, just like, boom.
So
next one, boom. Next one, boom.
Oh, that
next
was your plan?
You want to do I don't think they're just gonna, like, after 3 or 4, they might start coming out in droves, or maybe they won't come out at all and they'll lock the door. Who knows?
So
what do you want to do, Urzak?
After that kill, they open the door for the next one to come out, but I stand in the doorway and see them all. Or you gotta tell me where they are sitting in the room. Actually, you're the DM. So
there's an empty room. Well, sorry, it's not empty. There's a big room. It looks like a waiting room at a hospital or something, you know? And it has a lot of chairs, and they're all just kind of in there. Earlier, when Pike had seen it, they were all sitting around, like, pretending to read newspapers, just with their arms crossed, filling their fingers. But now they're kind of like standing up, like looking over. They're all looking at you, essentially. And roll me a perception.
Me?
Who?
Pike, are you seeing inside or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So all 3 of you, both of you, there. and Beans will roll one.
I would say because I chose to stand in the doorway once they opened it.
That's true. Okay. So you roll with advantage actually because you can just see them.
God damn, that is 1.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So, okay, Pike.
Look at the second roll.
Wow. It doesn't matter. Well, you got it because of the 20. So, Pike, you?
I got a 19.
You got a 19. Okay, so you can count that there is exactly 43 of those guys in there.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad. At some point it was 50, but every now and again one of them dies. It is what it is. So there's 43 of them left.
Mask, okay. How far are they from the door?
They're spread out. There's the dude right in front of the door, and then he's got another guy right behind him, like peeking over his shoulder. And then there are guys on either side of the door. And then as the room goes on, it's just they're scattered around. Some of them are close, some of them are far, some of them are at the very end of the room. They're sparse.
I would like to roll for an attack.
Okay, on who?
On the room.
Okay, so that's not how that works. You can attack individual ones, or if you want, I'll let you do what?
It has a range of 30 feet, and it's a cone.
What's a cone? Oh wait, what's that? What attack are you using? Breath weapon. What's that?
Like a dragon's breath.
So you're just.
I can only do it once. So
how much? That would be, what's the reach?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you get 30 feet forward, and then to the side, how much? To come?
I want to say it's about a 45-degree angle, like 45 from my point.
With that, and I mean it does 10 damage. So let's say that you definitely take out the dude in front of you. He's gone, right? He's definitely gone. Because it's a cone, the guys that were next to him are fine. But overall, let's distribute that 10. And say that you took down another 5 in total, because it was good, but it's got a lot of range, but it doesn't have a whole lot of power.
Right. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so wait. Okay, you're definitely in what's the word? Initiative now. So this is how initiative goes. We're about to get into a fight. So everybody rolls a d20, and based off of that d20, it's the order in which you go. Everybody roll a d20.
Sure.
Or actually, not just a d20, but in the very first page, right on top, it should say initiative, and there's like a plus number. Just roll that, because it adds to you. Oh, perfect. Wow. Initiative. Beans got a 21.
Beans? Laziness wants to go first?
Mm-hmm. Wait, initiative. I see.
Yeah. So roll it again.
Dude.
Wow, still low, but better than a 3. Let me roll for these guys. 9. All right. So it goes like this. Beans goes first, then Urzak, then the room, and then Pike. So Beans, he looks at the room, right? And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I zoned out. What are we doing? Why are we fighting these guys?"
We'll explain later. Let's just deal with this now.
Oh, all right. So Beans, the necromancer, gets up. All right, I guess let's do this. He throws out his hands, and he just, claps them together real fucking hard. He uses Thunderclap for...
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he got a 3 in damage. That's it. So he gets his hands up. Dark energy starts pulsing around him. His eyes go dark, and he just smacks his hands together. Boom! And nothing happens. They get blown back a little bit, and some of the fire actually goes out, and they're just kind of and nobody dies.
That's kind of fitting.
Yeah. And he goes, that's about right. Okay. Urzak, you're next.
What I have left on my ability, all I can do is melee attack since I did my one good ability. So
No. So technically, since you started before
I do
initiative,
miss my turn. I do miss my attacks because I already done them. So all I can do is move.
I do it a little different.
Okay.
I add a surprise round. Usually, either when you roll a 20, or if you just decide to attack before initiative starts, you blank slate, start over. You have all of your actions and bonus actions.
The only thing I don't have is my breath attack. Cause that's
not that. If that was already used and you need to recharge it, then you can't use that.
It's a recharge ability. Then I'll just swing my Warpro sword at the closest enemy. I don't know how far they are.
It's literally right next to you, because there were 4 in front of you. 2 of them got taken out, and then there were 2 to the side. But since it's a cone, those 2 didn't get hit.
All right, bet. So I would like to walk over to that person I'm gonna go to the person behind the door, so to the left. I'm assuming this door hinges on the left side.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the personnel, the goblin, whatever this old man.
It's just an old man, a human.
Whatever. He's a human with doppelganger. Oh, we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah,
I would like to go to him and just swing.
Swing.
I'm going to obviously roll for that once I get to my actions. What do I need to roll to hit?
You roll hit. That 13. So you got it. I can't tell you what the DC is until afterwards, but you got it. You beat it. You hit. How much damage? Question mark plus 6. 11 damage. Okay, so you kill him. Definitely. There are only 38 left. No, sorry, 36 left. It's their turn. They start running around frantically, and one of them tries to hit Urzak. Urzak, does a 14 hit you? What's your AC?
19.
19. Okay, so it does not hit you. He tries to wail at you and he misses. Pike, you're up.
So, in terms of where I am, I'm like right behind Urzak, like in the doorway because he has the door open, or he's holding the door open, right? Okay. I'm thinking like, can I use Misty Step and walk or dash into the room? It's all like, covered in mist, and I just like dual wield my daggers because I have one of my bonus actions is 2-weapon fighting, and like try to
So
try to like ching ching ching.
The room isn't covered in mist. You're covered in mist, meaning that you can literally. Yeah, it's fine. It's essentially you teleport inside of the room. And you get and they don't see you. There's nobody can hit you as you're walking past them, because in D&D there are reaction attacks. If you leave somebody square and you're already in there, they can hit you. None of that happens. You teleport somewhere inside the room. Would you like to be in the center, closer to the door, or closer to the end?
In the center, I'm hoping in the middle of like a little group.
Okay, all right. So you Misty Step in the middle of a little congested area. They're all facing the door, but they are surrounding you. So you start right there, and now you have the chance to attack them with a surprise attack. Essentially, your first attack is going to do double damage.
So 2 weapons in fighting, but I have 2 daggers in each hand, and I just want to like kind of slash.
Okay, so
like a tornado slash the group or whatever,
tornado
what I mean?
slash the group. Okay, let's
a spin attack.
Let's do it that way. The first one, you're gonna get a spin attack on your first one because it's a surprise attack, but your second one is you have to like choose one of the targets. Okay. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. I have 2 daggers and they're both +8, so they're the same.
Okay,
so
yeah, I mean you could use the same one, you could use different, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. Flavor.
Okay.
So you
Oh my god, dude.
You just hit.
Thank God.
Yeah. So
got a 10.
Roll your damage and I'll double it.
Boom. 5.
So 10 damage. You take down 2 of the fuckers, right? You're surrounded by 5. You take down 2 of them. And now here's your other action. Roll to hit again.
13 + 8, 21.
Whew. So you definitely hit the third one. How much damage?
8.
You so got him. So now
you killed how many?
Right now there are 33 left, and you guys have taken there was 40. There was 43 at the beginning. You guys have taken down 10 so far, and at that moment, Chaz, were you gonna do something?
No, I just wanted to keep count.
Yeah, there are 33 of them left. At that moment, they're all running around frantically. Ezrak, he's got smoke coming out of his mouth. Pike has like his bloody daggers. He just finished. And you guys hear a loud rumbling sound like lightning, thunder from outside. And suddenly there's a loud gust blows through the door. And in the middle of the doorway, there is a gray bearded wizard with a long gray beard wearing a hat, holding a staff, a magical staff. And he has like a bunch of like necklaces and stuff. And he looks pissed. He slams his fucking staff down on the ground and he says, "What the fuck is going on here?" And that's where we're going to cut it off.
Oh my god. So there's a Papa Wizard. Okay.
There's a Papa Wizard. Remember how the dragon earlier had said that a wizard came by and just dropped off all of these old men in the room? Yeah.
This is going to be fun. Hopefully we remember where we are.
Trust me, I will remember this time. There is a reason why I brought this wizard here. I don't know what the fuck I was doing with the pop last one.
Gotcha. Cool, man. I'm excited for next month.
All right. So that's that.
Well, that was a crazy turn of events that we just went on June's Delta Quest. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in July. Guys, do we have any final thoughts before we head off?
I'm sorry that the dragon wasn't Urzak's dad. That was just a crazy coincidence.
Because let me tell you how I was gonna be on slay my own father type of bullshit to prove that I am stronger than him. But when you said he wasn't my dad, then I was like, I'm not gonna kill him. Then it'd be a waste of time.
On Father's Day too.
On Father's Day. We're recording this on Father's Day, and Chaz wants to patricide his dragon daddy.
Well, this is another great addition to the Delta series. There's another great episode. So I hope everybody at home enjoyed this. I hope you guys are liking the reintroduction of the Delta Quest. I think we have a lot of exciting things in store for the future. Look out for the things to come next month. There's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening in July. So yeah. All right, that's all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode here on the Razzle Dazzle Show. Please let us know what you think about this episode somewhere on the internet. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at Razzle Dazzle Show, on TikTok at Razzle_Dazzle_Show, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Raz_Daz_pod. Be sure to leave us 5-star ratings and a nice little written review down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Next time on The Delta Quest. Our heroes, Pike, Urzak, and Beans, have been facing off against the mysterious old men doppelgangers. However, at the precipice of their battle, a mysterious stranger dawns upon them. Who is this mysterious wizard, and what does he have in store for our heroes? Find out next time on The Delta Quest. Bye.
Yeah.
I can't wait to continue this parasocial relationship I have with the audience next week.